In the blistering, relentless heat of the desert, where temperatures can soar to extreme levels and landscapes stretch featureless for miles, a remarkable drama unfolds daily. Beneath a sky that offers little shade, a tiny creature embarks on a perilous journey. The desert ant, no larger than a grain of rice, leaves the safety of its hidden nest to forage for sustenance. This seemingly insignificant act of survival conceals one of nature's most astonishing feats of navigation, a challenge that would bewilder most complex organisms, let alone an insect of such minuscule size. Its quest begins here, in an environment designed to disorient. Each morning, these ants emerge into the searing sun, driven by the urgent need to find food before the desert's heat becomes unsurvivable. Unlike many ant species that follow pheromone trails laid by their kin, the desert ant often forages alone, venturing far and wide across a terrain devoid of permanent markers. They must locate the remains of insects that have succumbed to the heat, a scattered and unpredictable food source. Their hunt takes them on convoluted paths, twisting and turning, sometimes covering distances hundreds of times their own body length, seemingly without any guidance. To fully grasp the scale of their challenge, consider this: an ant traveling hundreds of feet from its nest is akin to a human walking for miles, blindfolded, across a featureless plain, yet needing to return precisely to a specific doorstep without any prior knowledge of the path. The ant's nest entrance is a tiny, inconspicuous hole in the sand, often indistinguishable from the surrounding terrain. How, then, does this small creature, after an hour of winding exploration, burdened with food, manage to chart a direct, unwavering course back to its miniature home? For centuries, this question puzzled naturalists. The desert ant's ability to navigate with such precision seemed almost magical. Without visible pathways, without familiar smells or obvious landmarks to guide its return, its journey home is a testament to an intricate biological mechanism. The challenge isn't just finding the general area, but locating a specific, millimeter-wide aperture in an expanse of sand. This extraordinary skill points to a sophisticated internal system, far more advanced than simple instinct, allowing it to solve one of nature's most demanding navigational puzzles. One of the primary mechanisms at play is what scientists call path integration, a process beginning with an internal odometer. As the ant marches away from its nest, it meticulously counts every step. But it's not just a simple tally, this internal system also measures the length of each stride. Think of it as a tiny, biological pedometer combined with a sophisticated rangefinder, constantly updating its position relative to its starting point. This incredible system allows the ant to keep a running tally of both the distance and direction traveled since leaving home. This internal pedometer is remarkably adaptive. The ant's stride length can vary depending on the terrain, whether it's soft sand, gravel, or a rocky surface, and even how much food it's carrying. The ant's system accounts for these variables, constantly recalibrating its stride counter to maintain accuracy. This dynamic adjustment ensures that the distance calculated is as precise as possible, regardless of the challenges encountered during its foraging expedition. It's a testament to a finely tuned system, capable of complex real-time adjustments for optimal navigation. Simply counting steps isn't enough in an environment where direction is crucial. The desert ant employs a sophisticated celestial compass to maintain its bearing. It primarily uses the position of the sun as its guide. Even on days when the sun is partially obscured by haze or clouds, the ant can still orient itself. This is because its internal compass doesn't just rely on the direct view of the sun, but on a more subtle, yet constant, aspect of the sky, polarized light. This invisible pattern provides a dependable directional cue. Polarized light is invisible to the human eye, but the desert ant possesses specialized photoreceptors in its compound eyes that allow it to detect these subtle patterns. As sunlight passes through the atmosphere, it becomes polarized in a predictable pattern across the sky. By detecting this sky compass, the ant can determine its direction even when the sun itself is not directly visible. This allows it to maintain a precise bearing throughout its winding journey, constantly updating its internal map with directional information, a truly remarkable sensory ability. These two mechanisms, the internal odometer and the celestial compass, work in concert, forming a dynamic path integration system. As the ant moves, its brain continuously integrates the distance traveled and the direction taken. It's like having an internal GPS that constantly calculates a single vector pointing directly back to the nest. This home vector is updated with every step, ensuring that at any point during its complex foraging route, the ant knows the shortest, straightest line back to its starting point. This computational feat is performed in real time, under immense environmental pressure. Once a food source is found, the ant no longer follows its circuitous outbound route. Instead, it leverages its precise home vector to embark on a remarkably direct journey straight back to the nest. This efficiency is critical for survival in an energy-draining environment where every second counts. Carrying its load, the ant adjusts its speed and direction, minimizing wasted movement. This ability to compute and execute a straight-line return, often over significant distances, is the true marvel of its path integration system, a display of navigational elegance. However, even the most sophisticated systems have limitations. Over extended distances, tiny imperfections in the odometer and compass calculations can accumulate, leading to a slight drift from the true path. Imagine microscopic errors in stride length or subtle misinterpretations of polarized light adding up over hundreds of feet. By the time the ant approaches what it calculates to be home, it might be a few inches or even a foot or two off course. This small margin of error, though seemingly minor to us, is significant for finding a hidden, millimeter-wide nest entrance. To compensate for these inevitable inaccuracies, the desert ant employs a clever search strategy when it believes it's near the nest. Upon reaching the calculated home position, if the entrance isn't immediately visible, the ant doesn't give up. Instead, it begins an expanding spiral search pattern. It systematically covers a progressively larger area around its estimated home point, meticulously scanning the ground. This methodical approach significantly increases its chances of locating the elusive nest entrance, even with a small navigational error. As the ant gets closer to its nest, typically within a few feet, it switches from relying solely on path integration to incorporating visual landmarks. While the wider desert offers few distinguishing features, the immediate vicinity of the nest often has subtle but crucial visual cues. These might be specific pebbles, unique plant debris, or even slight variations in the sand's topography. The ant creates a visual memory of these local signposts as it leaves, using them to fine-tune its approach and overcome the final meters of its homeward journey. The final stage of navigation is the most precise, identifying its specific nest entrance. Each nest entrance has unique characteristics, a distinctive signature of shape, size, and surrounding textures. The ant's advanced visual processing allows it to recognize these minute details, distinguishing its own home from countless similar-looking holes in the sand. This ability to switch seamlessly between global path integration and local visual recognition is crucial, culminating in the ant's precise landing at its tiny, secure sanctuary. Once safely inside its nest, the ant's internal navigation system effectively resets. The home vector is cleared, and the odometer and compass are prepared for the next foraging trip. This ensures that each new journey begins with a fresh, accurate calculation from the nest. This daily reset prevents the accumulation of errors from one trip to the next, maintaining the system's remarkable precision over its entire lifespan. It's an elegant solution to the challenge of continuous, high-accuracy navigation in an unforgiving landscape. The desert ant's navigation system is a true masterpiece, integrating multiple sensory inputs and computational processes. From the internal pedometer that tracks distance and stride, to the celestial compass that deciphers polarized light patterns, and finally, the localized visual cues that pinpoint the nest entrance, every component works in seamless harmony. This complex, multimodal approach enables a creature of minimal size to overcome monumental navigational challenges, proving that even the smallest organisms can harbor extraordinary abilities for survival. Each day, under the merciless desert sun, countless desert ants perform this incredible feat of navigation. It's an everyday miracle, a silent testament to the ingenuity found in the natural world. Their ability to consistently return home, even after meandering journeys of hundreds of feet, without a single scent trail or obvious landmark, continues to inspire awe and scientific study. It reminds us that profound complexity and elegant solutions often reside within the most unexpected and smallest of creatures, continuously adapting to their challenging environments. This is far more than mere instinct, it's a sophisticated biological algorithm at work. The desert ant's brain, though tiny, processes vast amounts of sensory data, performs continuous calculations, and adapts its strategies based on its environment and position. It's a living example of elegant design, optimized for survival in one of Earth's harshest landscapes. The precision and resilience of its homing system offer profound insights into the astonishing capabilities of life, revealing the intricate wonders hidden in plain sight, just beneath the scorching desert surface.